hate having to wait
Austin.
for it to fucking come back on screen.
I've heard really good things about it. I'd love to visit Austin. Gina and I both have another friend who lives in Austin. I don't know, I've heard nothing but good things about there. But
The only
it's in
shitty
Texas
thing about
and
it is that it's for like 9 months out of the year, it's over 100 degrees.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. No thanks. I lived, like I said, I lived outside of LA for about a year, and that was, there's not much humidity out there, so it was manageable. But fall is my favorite season. Like spring and fall are ideal weather for me. And where I'm at now, basically from April through November is really nice. Then the winter sucks because but actually the winter hasn't been that bad since I moved up here, so.
It's the opposite down here. April through November is the fucking worst.
Just unbearable.
Yeah. It's just like nobody goes outside or does anything because it's just so hot. And humble brag, but my car has really nice black leather interior, so it's painful. It is so.
I'm sorry.
You can't go anywhere without just being drenched in sweat by the time that you get done.
Shit.
No, you're doing good. You got this.
What is happening? Where the fuck am I? Oh man.
You're being loaded into a Gundam launching bay.
I'm gonna run out of continue soon.
Uh-oh. But we've come so far.
I know.
In the end, does it really matter?
Doesn't even matter, you're right. That's the other, okay, so the other way, going back to Jordan, you were talking about a solution for this. The other way that you can get around the problem of people watching the stream and being on Skype is if they're playing the game, which is why I think like that payday stream that we did
that's why multiplayer works so well
multiplayer
for
stuff works
these
really well. So that's.
I mean, they have their own shit to worry about too, which helps.
Right. Or and I guess that's the way things like StarCraft and Dota and League of Legends deal. That is, they have built-in spectator modes where they're watching the match live, and they are the person who are broadcasting it out.
It just seems like there has to be some kind of screen sharing software that is low latency enough that.
I mean, there are those things, but they also have, there's still a delay, and on top of running something like that, and then also streaming.
And also streaming,
right.
And then
what if we didn't stream it? Like, what if you're doing like a run button stop pre-recorded deal for YouTube?
Recording still takes up a lot of.
That's true.
A lot of shit.
This is hard, y'all.
Yeah, I know, dude. It is a problem. And again, it would probably be better if we all lived a little bit closer. Even in terms of just streaming, all this stuff would be even Skype. If we were.
I just want to point out, sorry, all these dudes I'm fighting are different versions of Ray's grandpa.
Yeah, this is.
I'm just fighting a million grandpas.
Remember I was talking about palette swaps? This is. I guess that is how video games work for a long time,
It just gave me a go icon, but where am I supposed to go?
How tall is this elevator shaft?
Pretty tall. Oh, what?
There's the top.
Is this a cartridge? What? I don't even know what that gave me. Oh, an extra life. Okay.
That is totally a Famicom cartridge.
It's Purple Sailor Moon. She's the bad one, I guess.
Oh, is she like Evil Sailor Moon? Shadow Sailor Moon?
I don't know what. I guess probably that's when Zoisite dressed up as Sailor Moon. That's a thing that happened.
I pretend to remember that.
I like that. You see it. When she beat you, she did like the taunt that Sailor Moon would do when she wins. It's actually good attention to detail, guys.
Or rather, it's not, because it saves them from doing another animation.
I'm glad they put that in at all. Like, they could have just had her stand there while you respawn.
Is this what would actually happen if Sailor Moon and Sailor Mars fought?
They actually do fight at some point. It was basically this, except I don't think they were in a factory.
Is that what this is?
It's Secret Factory.
Oh.
That's what it's called. Secret Factory. Oh, she can't actually go off the screen. Oh, I thought I had her in a little loop. That would have been nice.
Infinite combo.
Yeah. Oh.
Do any of these emulators support two-player internet stuff?
I'm sure there must be one, but they're not.
Yeah,
it's
no.
not common. I don't think.
So I actually think a lot of the
Shit.
big name, so the big name Super Nintendo emulators actually do have built-in net play.
Oh, it's
I don't know.
totally turned into Zoisite. Nice. That's a detail.
First one.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I think the transition could have been better. Just went from one sprite to another, but
Well, look, it's just.
On.
I really wish she was giving a thumbs up so badly.
Me too.
I bring that up because you're probably going to need someone to play
d'argent.
fighting games with you, right?
What? What does this mean? Millénaire d'argent?
Millionaire
Does
agent?
that mean silver millennium? Am I fighting in the silver millennium?
What is that? What is the
That's
Silver
like
Millennium?
Sailor Moon history times.
Ooh, time travel.
Oh, this is what the. Okay, I'll pick up that locket. I hope that's another continue. What the hell? Why did I go back in time? This music's also not bad. It doesn't have much of a bass situation, but plinky plunky, you know.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope Super NES synth harp.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. This is obviously after destruction because these pillars are all fucked up.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Sarah says, "Yeah, you're on the moon." It's when they transport themselves to the moon and go meet the hologram of Sailor Moon's dead mom. That's depressing. We're gonna bring the stream down.
Yeah, the depressing point in the show.
Janine, can you explain to me about about Serena's
Sahara,
like actual?
she sells carpets and walls.
Yeah.
And might be a little just saying.
She took 3,000 bells to replace the adorable ladybug carpet and paw print wallpaper that I had with like barren shit concrete floors and filthy walls.
Dude, that's better than what. Did you watch Janine's stream of the original Animal Crossing when she
I
came?
caught a lot of it, but I didn't.
It's a fan thing. I want the fan. Oh,
Oh, I
why
hear the
can't
fan
pick
is really
that
good.
up?
She's a fan.
I can't pick it up. How do
Yeah.
I pick it up? Oh, nice, nice. Oh, I dropped it.
I heard it's the best weapon in the game.
I hit one guy and then dropped it.
Oh, really?
Good work.
Yeah, well,
So what did she do during Janine's stream?
all she had was like grass and dirt and roads.
And also back then, it wasn't that you paid her to give you that stuff. It was that you paid her and then she took what you had permanently and
Cool.
replaced it.
You gave her something. You had to like sort of sacrifice a carpet to get a carpet.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right, yeah. I
You
got
shouldn't
it.
just take whatever you had in your room and be like, suck it, you're on a road now.
But they were also, the ones that she got in a row were like, it was concrete and then sand and then oasis, which was just, I think, sand with, so like with a water texture somewhere or something.
It was like a patch of grass.
Yeah, it's just the worst.
It's
That
terrible.
sounds terrible.
She's gotten her
Janine,
act together.
Can you explain Serena / Usagi's like how she has two moms that are both her mom?
Well, because one's just like her host mom.
Like
It's
a
not like a
parasite?
real mom. It's like it's like the Queen Serenity sent them to Earth to live again, and just sort of put them into just
Wait,
convenient circumstances.
The way Saint
Was she
Darian
born?
explained it to the Irish was, you have a shamrock, you see.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Keep going.
talking about Jesus. It's Jesus.
Right. No, but so was she born on Earth?
Yeah, they were all born like they all have parents because the Silver Millennium was a long time ago. It wasn't like 15 years ago. People
Right.
remember that.
Where were they between the Silver Millennium?
They were just
and...
like waiting until the right time to
Okay.
etc. etc. Fantasy.
Right.
But so, well, then she is her real mom then.
I mean, she's her real Earth mom.
Yeah.
Earth Mom. Woo! There it is.
I really go for another one of those fans.
Sarah in the chat says Makoto, Sailor Jupiter, doesn't have parents. She's an
Oh,
orphan.
right, that's true.
Oh, that's really sad.
I mean,
But
she
it's someone's
she
first parent,
had
right?
them. Like, she didn't just appear in a ditch.
Is that where you think orphans come from?
Yeah. There's
Yeah, the
materializing
orphan
ditches.
ditch. I don't like these enemies at all.
I would like to see more new enemies and not the same
Yeah.
crab head guys, but you know. What can you do?
I like these frescoes all over the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
These
It's nice
come
that they
before
held
or
up,
after.
but the pillars got all smashed and fucked up.
Right.
This lullaby is not really helping.
Oh, is there
It's like a
oh,
lullaby.
that's super weird. That's still a jam, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice lullaby. It's just kind of.
Music in this is really good. I like all.
Yeah,
like
I
a lot
mean,
of this.
I think these games, the music and the artwork is not. I'm just gonna say real quick.
Such a
what the
cheater.
hell? Some sort of moving ice thing? I don't remember this on the moon.
Ice conveyor belts. That's how the moon did most of its mass transit.
Right,
I don't
Because
remember that at all.
the
I
moon's
just
covered
died.
in
I
ice
could've
as
gotten that food.
right. And cheese. Ice
Right.
cheese. Oh.
Come on, what the fuck? Okay. I
So
remember
is
these
this
big
the
lakes.
obligatory ice level for this game?
I guess, yeah, it must be. Sorry, I'm having none of that moving sidewalk thing. Fuck that. Oh, now this one's moving. Get fucked.
Because if there's one thing that video games have historically proven over the years, it's that players love levels that move without them.
It's really one of the staples of fun.
Yeah. It's one of the most constant aspects of game design. One of the most proven aspects of game design.
Right.
Is, levels that move on their own and escort missions. People just love them.
I love them.
Can't get enough.
That's why Resident Evil 4 was so popular.
And Eco, right? Like that's.
Yeah, two of the most celebrated games of that generation based around the concept of an escort mission.
Yep. Well, now we have Bioshock Infinite and The Last of Us. So. Except that in both of them, the things you're the things that's very telling of my opinion of those games. That you're the ladies that you're escorting are not actually ever in any real danger. So
Right. We should point out that all
Actually, they're
four
not
of those
100.
games are you escorting a helpless
Oh.
woman around.
of course they are. Yeah. It's not completely true, I guess. In The Last of Us, your companions, male and female, can get into trouble and also do participate in combat. So they're not. It's not like the Elizabeth situation where they're basically invisible. You know.
Right. Man, I still need to finish Bioshock Infinite.
What? Why didn't you finish it?
Well, because this is the... For people on the stream who don't know, I also write for joystick.com.
Oh yeah, that.
And,
yeah. We just don't have
and,
time for that shit.
Like,
Fuck.
I have free time to play games in my free time, but I, don't necessarily always have time to finish them just because,
Right.
projects come up and then you have to review a game and then E3 happens and stuff. And,
Totally understand.
I had to stop playing Bioshock Infinite so I could review Grid 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
I think.
And here's an
does that
interesting
say,
thing about
Sin?
Grid 2, and it's something that I've been trying to figure out
Game over.
Do I?
Game
no.
over.
Look, she's crying.
It said sin instead of. Maybe it was a weird F.
Maybe.
Yeah, an S-shaped F.
That used to be a thing, right?
Well, that's a bummer.
Yes, I am Jordan Mallory.
Actually, I just saved, didn't I? I'll just load my save. Like a cheater.
Oh, you're gonna load your instance?
Yeah. Although I guess...
All the way back here. Is that worth it?
This is just the beginning of that level.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, are there any codes? Can we, like... get
No,
grad-
it's not a code game. It's just... They don't have a... Well, there might be, like, cheats to, like, open up a code thing. Who fucking knows?
That's what I was...
Let me know
I
if
don't
you
see
find
anything.
it.
How long until you go Super Sailor Moon? Sailor Mars? Like, you have to get all the Chaos Emeralds, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that was a thing that was invented before or after this game, so there's not a lot of the things that become the focus of Sailor Moon are in this game. Which is
Right,
sort of
right. And there's no cheats. Or I guess there's the one cheat is being able to use the same character even if you're playing two-player mode, which...
That's not really... Who cares? Like, what?
Well, if two people want to be Sailor Moon, you know?
I bet that'd be really confusing.
Oh yeah, New Type Lady points out that there is a Super Sailor Mars, and that she's
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
not-
they'll have super versions.
right.
Their
I forgot
sleeves
about
change
Super
and
Sailor
stuff. They get fancier sleeves. It'd be cool if every enemy didn't just punch me in the boob.
Well, what else are they supposed to do?
I don't know.
Are you suggesting that you think these enemies should have, like, unique and interesting attack
I guess some of them
animations?
do, and I hate those ones, but...
Yeah. Those are the ones that are difficult.
Janine, did you get the swap note I sent you? I was testing out swap note because I never
Oh,
used it.
man.
I don't know, I haven't checked.
We need to reinstall SwapNote. Also, Jordan, we need to exchange friend codes.
We do.
Which we didn't. And even though we were both playing Animal Crossing the other day, we didn't become BFFs. So we need to do that.
No, we need to fix that right now.
We should.
I've got my 3DS here within arm's reach, so I'll just open that up.
Just type it to me. Type me your code
Okay.
in the chat.
Oh, system update. What is this, a PlayStation?
Oh, weird.
I think that
Maybe
went out
they,
yesterday. It adds more games to Me Plaza or whatever.
Just hoping they added the black people. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, never gonna happen. So.
Man, I hate beat 'em ups.
They're way more
How many-
fun with more people.
That's true. That's super
Yeah.
true. How many more beat 'em ups are there in the canon of Sailor Moon games?
I would say 4 or 5. There's 4 or 5 total, maybe. And there's like an arcade games. There's quite a few. Fucking.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. This looks bad.
This video game? Yeah.
Yeah. No, the situation she's in. The
Oh.
Yeah.
one life left.
Yellow face dude.
Whoa.
That sounded terrible. His icon had a yellow face.
Yeah. Why are you being?
Great, there's another
How many times are you gonna have to kill your own grandpa before this game can do something else?
Grandpa murder is not a crime.
I think it is. I think it's...
I've seen some graffiti that says otherwise, so...
You've seen graffiti specifically about grandpa murder?
Yeah, that's
there we go, cake.
Skateboarding is not a crime. It's the thing I was referencing. But...
Well, grandpa is a mid-90s slang term for skateboard.
Right. Like, hey man, you want to go grandpa later?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I finally figured out how to do a kickflip on my grandpa.
I have a good one, but I'm not going to say it.
Type it.
I could call.
Whisper it.
I'm not going to whisper it. Yeah, I'm going to whisper it. Ready? This is it. This is going to make it better. My mom said I could ride my grandpa, but I have to wear pads.
Nope.
See?
No,
worse.
Worse.
See?
That's
I told you it'd be worse.
That's way worse. Janine, that was a terrible idea.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, I need to give you my food. That's how this works, because it's stupid.
Sin. Why does it say sin? It really clearly says sin.
Yeah, I don't...
What you have committed
sin... Yeah. Does sin mean something different in French?
I don't think so. You know, I don't think I want to play any more of this game.
Okay. I guess I understand. Google Translate, well, I should have known this from Latin, translates sin as if ... Is that incorrect?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I think that's in French. It's just C.
Okay, wait, maybe I clicked the wrong thing. Maybe I detected it wrong. Weird.
Hey Austin, how is Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers?
It's good. I'm a big fan of it. It's my favorite title. So,
You're a big fan of the big title.
I am.
I thought she's jamming credits again.
Dude, it's a cyberpunk SMT game. How is it not going to be the best thing? His credits are rad.
They're really good.
I don't know why Mercury stands like that.
Yeah, I hate that pose. It's
bad.
It's awkward and weird.
A lot of these poses are rough. Lots of tiptoes, which is weird, given they're already.
I mean, they're not really supposed to be on their tiptoes. It's just the way their feet
heels,
are. Yeah.
And I can't see the heel part, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Bunny Riviere.
Why is she the only one who has a last name?
Was she the only one that had a last name in the Japanese version?
No.
No, yeah.
Rei Hino.
Right.
Amy Williams.
Minako Aino. What's Amy's last name? Amy Mizuno, right?
Right.
And Makoto Kino, right? And there's Haruka Tenno, and Michiru something, and Sailor Saturn was something, Hotaru Tomoe, and Sailor Pluto was Setsuna Mayo. It was Michiru Kaio, right? Oh god, okay, fuck this game.
Amy has the worst idol animation too. What are they doing?
Oh yeah, we haven't actually seen her attack, have we?
We haven't seen...
her idol animation's
cool.
cool.
That was a cool attack. Yeah, her idol animation's not great. Disagree.
I think, you know what, we're just gonna look at Sailor Jupiter since she's the only we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh right, because we saw Moon through that boss fight.
Yeah. Sure.
It's covered for you. Shut up.
We saw Sailor Moon in the first idol thing.
Right, that's true.
Demo, whatever.
Transformation.
Thigh muscles, legs, shading.
This is the Super NES, y'all. They had the technology
Yeah,
for
there's
light shading now.
Yeah. Her ponytail's a lot longer in the shadow than it is. It is actually on her. Also, Sailor V is a brunette in these posters. That's weird.
It's pretty weird.
It's knockoff Sailor V.
Her idol animation is a little... Sure.
No, she would stand around like that. That's totally canon.
Yeah, it's... I don't know, it's just... It's weird.
It's weird.
What's her super thing? Oh, just flower stuff. Cool.
Flowers are cool. I like flowers.
I like how they could never really decide if they wanted her to be like flowers and nature stuff or like electricity.
Yeah, lightning and shit. Yeah.
Those are pretty different. Like,
I mean, lightning is part of nature.
so is fire and bubbles and I was gonna say and chains, but that's not really true.
Chains.
Love is part of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to find a picture of Sailor Jupiter standing like that, but Google image search is not
So,
cooperating.
I think it looks the most canon because like she would stand like that with her school bag behind her head.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Sailor
I'm
Jupiter.
surprised
She can
at
do
that.
some sort of cool elbow drop too. That's neat.
Are you sure you don't want Sailor Jupiter arms behind her head pose? That's not what you want to search for? No?
Sailor Jupiter school bag is just bringing up a bunch of school bags with Sailor Jupiter on them.
Of course.
It's like I've never used the internet before. I don't know what I was expecting. These are pretty cute, though. Have y'all ever done cosplay before?
Nope.
Kind of, not at a convention,
Yeah.
but like for Halloween or like for a
That's just
class
a costume.
project.
No, Halloween totally counts as
Cosplay is
cosplay.
different than
It's just that Halloween is the one day of the year where cosplay is acceptable. for everyone.
yeah.
Then yes, then I've done yes.
We're not going to be hardcore and exclusionary about your cosplay
Listen.
experience here.
Real cosplay.
We're an inclusive Sailor Moon Let's Play stream.
These indie cosplayers, they're really ruining the definition, the formal definition of cosplay.
Wait, why did it just stop? Oh, I guess, okay, that was the end of the one.
The end of the level, yeah.
Now, see, this was an opportunity for you guys to tell me what y'all dressed up as before.
Oh, you didn't ask that.
Well, you're supposed to just kind of flow into it. Now it's really
Wait,
odd.
how does conversation?
Yeah. How do I converse?
I really liked, I mean, I guess all little kids like dressing up as things, but I picked really, like, specific things that were kind of difficult. Like, I had a really hard time one year when I wanted to be Buffy, because Buffy's just a girl wearing clothes.
Right.
So when you show up at someone's door and you're just, like, wearing a jacket... really...
New Type Lady just dropped a picture of her as a Sailor Scout into the chat, and she looks fucking badass.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was
yeah, she
was
does
Sailor
cosplay.
Saturn at a recent convention in Boston.
That's a really good costume.
Yeah.
Also, Sarah, New Type Lady says that she was Neil Armstrong as a second grader, and that is the best thing.
That's pretty cool.
great.
I won a costume contest in high school at my high school Halloween dance. It was me and two of my friends. I was the Penguin. One of my friends was the Riddler, and one of them was Two-Face.
That's awesome.
And unbeknownst to us, three female friends of ours went as Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Batgirl. And so we fucking crushed it. I was a really good Penguin, which I guess isn't really a compliment to that is not a humble brag. It's like some sort of weird opposite where it's like, no, my face was junk. pulled off the baggy pants and umbrella, the suit that was too big for me because I was poor. That was really a good look.
Hey, it worked for Danny DeVito, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's, you know.
Good point. Well, fuck this level. I think I'm gonna call it.
Sounds good.
So, that was a certain part, or if you're watching on YouTube, a series of parts of Let's Play 20 plus years of Sailor Moon. The next game we're gonna play is very similar to this game, but with, I think, better art and some interesting cast changes, let's say.
Exciting.
Interesting cat changes? Hmm?
No.
No cat changes at all.
Zero cat changes.
Cats.
The cats are the same. It's the same cats. So yeah, I'm at Bleeding Heart. I'm Janine Hawkins. I'm the one who's spearheading this whole foolish endeavor to make myself play games I'm really bad at.
Sounds good.
And eventually an RPG.
We don't know that
Austin
you're going to be good at that yet.
No, I'll be fine at that, I'm sure. They go to Canada. How hard could it be?
That's a good point. You've got first-hand information, home field advantage.
Exactly.
I'm Austin Walker. I'm at Austin_Walker on Twitter. I'm the Calcutech in the chat, and you can find my stuff at clockworkworlds.com. I just wrote a really long thing about Animal Crossing and race. And
That's super good.
I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
I'm Jordan Mallory, and I'm at Jordan_Mallory on Twitter, and I'm Engine F in the chat. And I'm also going to take this opportunity to pimp the fact that I'm a hip-hop artist and go to jphonicmixtape.com to download my super free, totally dope alternative hip-hop mixtape. JPHOANIC mixtape.com.
But did you cosplay when you were recording it?
Do what?
Did you cosplay when you were recording it?
Yes.
That's
Every
true.
song I was dressed up as a different Shin Megami Tensei character. That's not
That's
true.
commitment. Oh.
I did spend a hell of a lot of money on a naked snake costume for Halloween last year, though.
Nice.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sometimes it says, wait, didn't you do that Mabim Bam thing? What Mabim Bam thing?
So
Oh, yeah,
you?
no.
Yeah, that was
Pixel-
you, right?
Yeah, no, I totally wrote those Mabim Bam rap songs.
Oh.
Right.
Huh.
So if you're
I
familiar
do
with those,
remember.
that's
Yep,
my
I
work.
Yeah.
totally am.
Hadn't connected the dots on that one.
Follow the money.
Follow the money.
All right. See you next time, folks.
Have a good one.